everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday. Clever says Friday, all caps. Welcome in Oliver, Sean, Corey, Clever, all the folks. I'm gonna do a shout out before I forget. Sean. There we go. You know what I just realized after I went live, Corey? I did not fix the ads last week like I said I was going to. Here we are. So I do have to apologize again. I forgot to fix the ads. I've had a very stressful couple. The past 2 weeks have been a lot, just in general. So it is what it is, and I'm sorry if the ads are overbearing again. I promise to fix them at some point. I promise you it's not malicious. It's a lack of attention on my part. It's divided attention. Don't give me that faith. Whatever. Oh God. Alessandra says, hey, everyone. Was waiting for an ad to end. I'm sorry. I will get it fixed. I haven't had a chance to go back and fix it. So, you'll have to let me know, Corey, when ads are playing. I don't know that I can do that on the fly right now, because I don't remember where it is located.
Well, I'm subscribed now, so I don't know if I can see ads.
Great! Alright, I'm going into the ad settings. And I'm gonna try and figure out how to decrease.
I would love to know how I can see it on you.
I have it turned on. That you should be able to see them. But like, it's not working, you know? Right now it's set to run an ad every 30 minutes. No, we don't want to do that. And I have the... I have it set pretty low. Alright, I've tried adjusting it. Let me know if that actually does anything. Do I use Twitch Stream Manager? To like stream? No. I do not. Okay, I have it pulled up now. Oh, I see. There's like events and stuff. No, I see this. But I don't see the ads panel, which makes it useless. All right, I'll figure this out later. It's fine. I tried decreasing the ad frequency, although I still don't see the, there's no location for ads in here. So, who knows? I'll figure it out later. Alessandra says, it's so windy I may fly today. Well, don't fly away, Alessandra. Why is there no panel for ads? Who knows? Alright, I'm gonna just switch to my screen and we're gonna get into it. I'm really annoyed that there's no ad panel. Or like no place for it to show up. It's fine, we'll figure it out later. Now Clever's getting an ad. Clever's getting an ad right now, and I can't even see that in this dashboard. This is so dumb. I also love that Clever's getting an ad after I just adjusted the settings to try and mitigate the situation. I brought the frequency and the length down, and it's like, oh, let me, or the frequency, the length of ads down and the frequency down, yeah. But it's still, I don't know, Twitch really wants to make money off of me, so there's not much I can do about that. Alright, so, this is where we left off. I do also have Illustrator open, and I also want to invite if anybody has any questions. I know we sort of like did a whole, we did the most during the Illustrator challenge. So if anybody had any questions about, you know, that what we worked on during that, if you were like, Jack, you blew my mind and I'm overwhelmed, go ahead and ask, and I'll try to answer. Welcome in, Keys. On the 3 dots. I don't even see 3 dots. I don't, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Layout 1. Three lines. Plus on the right hand side where you can add. I can go to it. It keeps prompting me to add the ads manager when I click on the stream manager, but then it doesn't actually add it. Like, nothing gets added. It's very confusing. Like, how do I... And then if I hover over the quick actions, all of them are grayed out. This is useful. Oh my god, I'll figure this out later. It's not giving me it prompts me to add the ad manager, but then doesn't add it. And whenever I click on the layout, there's no like ability to add. I just get like all grayed out buttons. Cool. Come on, give me a, yes. No, I don't want to learn how it works. I just want you to add it. Okay, finally. Alright, so we should get us an ad in 40 minutes, according to this. So, but now I can't see the chat. This is way too large. Alright, we don't need all this. We don't need all this happening in here. This is too much. Okay, I think I got it sorted out. Finally. What a nightmare, y'all. Sean's gonna be right back. I'm still learning Twitch, and it's partially my fault for not getting this figured out beforehand. Anyways, there's a couple things I want to do here. So I've been going through and kind of cleaning things up and getting things kind of as we learn, as you do. You realize maybe the mistakes of your ways. So I did a lot of this stuff, and if we zoom in, look at that texture. Look at that texture, you guys. So much work went into that. So we learned some things along the way, right? So we were able to kind of go back in and get the hat sort of adjusted here. I don't know. I'm sort of torn because I don't know that I kind of want to try and create the scarf. But I don't know if there's, an easy way to do that. Unless we like stack a bunch of Tauruses. So the scarf is supposed to have little linies. But obviously this worked out well because we were able to take this shape, which is sort of from the top down, and create it. You know what I wonder if we could do? I wonder if we could use a shape that's like this and do a revolve. I'm gonna try it. We also need to really figure out colors before I get too far into it. Something like this, you know, and do a revolve on it, if that will work. I don't know how many stripes I have on this. 5 stripes. I do want them to overlap slightly. This is what I'm thinking. For this. Anyways, my point in all of this is that I think that the Twitch ads just hate me. Also, I forgot to post this in Sean's Discord, so I should probably do that. Okay, so what can I tell you for today? What news do I have? Next week for the challenges, we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna do a trial of this, knowing that I'll probably need to change the colors, which I'm kind of all over the place. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna export this out as an SVG as a test to see if this works. And if it does, I would like to go back and do some. I gotta get the colors worked out, you guys. All right, so there's our potential scarf. Situation. Hello, algorithm. Hello, clever. Okay, we're just gonna try it like this. Let's go back to Neo. Let's import our SVG. Scarf. That's entirely too large. Wowie. Alright, let's rotate that around. I don't know why I rotate it that way. I need to see it. Forward. Look at that large scarf. Alright, let's try doing a revolve. And nothing happened. Come on. Wow, alright. What am I missing? SVG group. Revolve. Hello? What's going on here? Why does it keep resetting itself back to extrude? That's not at all what I asked you to do. What's going on? Group. Revolve. None of these settings are having any impact on anything. I don't really understand. What's going on. And it's set back to it. Okay, well that's not helpful in least. If I have to set all of these manually to be revolved, then what's the point? Okay, this is annoying. And completely defeats the purpose. Hey Penny, we're struggling once again. Alright, well, I mean, I feel like I could have done this myself. Alright, well, let's just delete all of this, because there was no point in it. Oh my god! The grouping is painful in this. I would like to ungroup you. I would only like path 1, because I'm just gonna use this. Just gonna use this. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Clever says hi, Penny. Oh. Penny says, I followed along with the challenge and made one flat cookie with frosting in a pink box. It's not impressive at all, but the tutorial really helped. I said this to... I feel like I said this to somebody else, but, like, it's not an easy challenge, but I did not make it easy. It's a lot of information, I guess, is what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm thinking how I want to do this. Why is there no... Alright, the option is just to scale it up, I guess. But that's gonna make it too big. We might just switch to using a torus and duplicating it several times, because this is not gonna work. But I would love to see it, Penny. I would love to see your cookie that you did. Your I'm assuming you did a crumble cookie. That was the... That's what you were going for? Alright, so we've got our scarf piece. And I'm just gonna scale this down in height. And we'll just stack them this way. Not how I wanted to do it, but it'll be fine. Great time for my mouse to be like, I'm gonna die. Nope. Oh, come on. There we go. Looks like that's the most I could do. This inflate is like wildly difficult to control. By the way. I feel like typing in values is better than... See what I mean? Like, that's a very small percent, and it just explodes. It's a very intense effect. Let's see what this looks like. I need to pull this back up. I think I'm just gonna make a bunch of copies of this. Then you need to be touching in order to work. Right, this needs to be smaller still. There we go. I guess we could do an array. Or try it. Why? Help me understand this. The array never works how I want it to. Forget it. It's fine. We're not gonna do an array. I'll just do it manually, because I don't have the patience for that. Nope, do not. I think I'm just gonna go with 4. Okay, deselect. Thank you. It's fine. You know, then we can also... Actually, let's do 5. We can also scale these a little bit. So, like, if we take this one and this one... Let's rotate the camera. And scale. Come on. Oh my god. Every time I hover over the thing that I want to select, it's like, no, actually I'm going to change the view. That's cool. So I'm just trying to give these a little, like they're sticking out in places. Alright, we'll try this. Group. Where is this? Okay, so that's down there. Let's move. Let's go to our layers panel. Let's let's grab this, and we want to move this down here. Put it on top. All right. That looks good. Let's go in here now, and we're gonna hide that Taurus. Scale this down a little bit. Nope. Let's bring it up a little bit. Maybe we do need to scale it up a little bit. Let's see. No, I don't want to scale it. I do want to... Let's do recenter. Oh, come on. This mouse. There we go. I want to see this. There we go. I need to get this centered more. There we go. You're here to be entertained. I aim to please, Bliss. Alright, and then what I think I'm gonna try to do... Let's, I'm gonna hide everything here. Actually, nope, don't do that. This is already hidden, so we're just gonna bring this down. Below. I wanna keep this. Wait, why do I even have this? I don't need this anymore. Alright, we're gonna hide everything except for these two groups. To make my life easier. Because that's what I wanted to do. I would like to collapse this group. Oh my god. Okay. But you know, it's fine. Why are you like this? It's fine. It's fine. Fine. Be that way. What is this? Do we now have... Wait. Hold on a second. Why do we have an avoid... Oh, because that's the thing that's applied to it. I got excited thinking for a minute that there was maybe like an option to not have all things interact with each other. Alright, we want that. Where is this? Where are you? Okay. Okay. We got there. We got there! Alright, so I'm gonna make a copy of this group. Oh my god. It was like when I want something to happen, it does not cooperate. The grouping in this is not my favorite. Alright, these are the things that I want to interact with, and I want to put them down here. Okay. Got it. We got there. Alright, we're gonna go here. We're going to snap the camera orientation. Come on. Okay. Let's turn off snapping. Let's select all of these. Paste. We're gonna scale these down. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna apparently delete it from here since the delete key no longer works. I'm just gonna leave this one up as a reference. And then I want to scale all of these down. Nope, scale. So we're gonna do the same thing essentially. So I'm gonna look in here and make sure that I copy the values. So this scales up, scales down. Alright, so we're gonna do 0.8. And we're gonna do the same thing. Oh, okay, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna... Alright, we're gonna do 0.8 there. And what about you? .8 here? Yep, alright. So now we got 3 pieces. Let's go back up here. I'm gonna hide this temporarily. So you see, I'm making like 3 shapes to create the similar looking stripes. No, I do not want to move, like, scale it. Just move it. Just move a little bit. All right. Maybe I don't. Round pieces. Deselect. Oh my god, every time. So annoying, you guys. I'm just checking this, make sure I'm happy with this. Alright, let's go back to our layers and we'll group. We will group this. We will unhide this. Alright, that looks pretty good. It's not gonna be as wide, I don't think, anymore. Because I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like if I what are you selecting? Cool. Alright, can you cooperate? What in the world is happening? What the? I don't understand this program sometimes. I feel like if I hide something, it should act as if I can't select it. I shouldn't be able to select invisible things. Maybe that's just me. Cool, now you're just selecting individual parts, because that's what I wanted you to do. You guys, this program makes me lose my mind sometimes. Okay, can you select all of them? Also, shift select does not select things below. Just as a note for those playing along at home. Alright, it's problem solved. This can go away now. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. You're teaching me patience, Jack. I seldom have the patience to do long-term projects. I need to learn some... I need to learn some patience myself, quite frankly. Alright, we're gonna hide that still. We don't need this anymore. Okay. Okay. Unhide all of the things. Here. I don't know where the base went. There it is. We got there. Alright, this is cute. So, I didn't think I was going to be able to do that, but we made it, you guys. There's some weirdness going on here, though. I might just need to rotate this slightly. So it actually fits a bit better in the space. There we go. There's some blending happening. On this last one, I might need to just... I think we just need to get this in place properly. So that stops doing that. Let's see. This is fine. Just... it's always something. Cool, that did nothing. Alright. You know, I really wanted that to not be the thing that got undone. But whatever floats your boat, Project Neo. Like, this should not need to be turned that much. Only ever so slightly, and it should stop interacting with that shape. Why is the undo so particular? Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's so frustrating. You know what we need to do, I think? Where are you? This needs to go below this, I think is the problem. And this needs to go below. Let's see. Okay, well that suddenly broke everything. Okay, I got it. We got it. We figured we got there. The stacking order, which is something that we discussed the prior week, is very important. So in this case, I wish these could be named, because that would be a lot helpful. So now we've got, we needed to move this blob and these spheres below the scarf so that the scarf stopped blending with the thing that was on top of it. So we got an ad. Okay, we got an ad starting in 12 minutes. I'm trying to keep up with all of this. Also, keep up with the chat because Chat is flying. I missed what Penny's question was initially, but it looks like Sean figured it out. Oh, you lost the up and down view on the side of mine. Do you know how to get that back? This one? The camera tilt? Yeah, if you deselect, let me show that because I want to also do one. I want to change the background color while we're at it. If you deselect everything in your scene, it's sort of annoying. Like, I feel like there should be an option to toggle, but you have to deselect this, and then you'll get the ability to modify your scene settings. So, it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Change your camera. Right now I'm just working with perspective. Oh, that's what you were looking for. You're looking for this? Yeah, so when you change it to isometric, you're not going to be able to tilt. Because tilting around is going to snap it into the correct isometric perspective. That's the idea. That camera in particular will always be an isometric perspective no matter, you know, how you kind of rotate it, right? It's always going to snap. But if you change it to perspective, that's going to let you rotate freely around the object. So, there you go. Alright, so we were able to get the scarf to look like the one in our picture. Not using SVGs because they weren't helpful in this case. They were not helpful. The second would be Howard, and the first we all know. What are we talking about? And like, to teaching you... You might become the third Neo? What's happening? Like, from the Matrix? Are we talking about people who use Neo? Like, everything on my screen has like a dot pattern, I think because my computer is slow. Oh, that's weird. Do you have a style applied? Sometimes that can happen with some of the styles. Yeah, let me know. I'm not sure about the dot pattern. I need to get to emotes. Alessandra. Also, welcome to Alessandra's second account. Let's do a shout out for Alessandra. Since I think this is the account you stream from. Purple, let me know what you're talking about. Do you mean people that stream in Neo? I know that Tony does a lot of streams in Neo. I know that Howard does. I know that the 3 team does as well. There's like time set aside. They have like their own kind of community show that Wes you know, puts together. Oh, you just followed from the account. Oops. Well, appreciate you. I think I'm following you on both accounts, if I remember correctly. Every time I load Neo, it says I have a slow GPU. I think it's my computer. Oh no! That's unfortunate. I lost my train of thought. Oh, what I was gonna... So we need to figure out colors before we get any further in this. So I'm actually gonna make another artboard. And get rid of all of this. And what I think I'm gonna do is since I was having trouble like working out these color palettes, I like them, but I'm not like in love with them. I'm gonna just do grayscales on these. Oh, I did a thing. These are live paint group. This is a live paint group because I was trying to do this wisely. All right, let's make a new. This is annoying. I'm gonna make a new group since I worked on a guide layer, and that's not what I want. Alright, there we go. We got a new layer. Let's expand our live paint group. It might already be expanded. Alright, let's just ungroup this mess. Come on, what's going on? How many groups are there? Oh, good grief. Select, same, fill. What is going on? Why can I not select this? What the heck? Okay, because it's already there. Alright. I'm just trying to make this so I can recolor this easily. Alright. Oh, Bliss is talking about there's some settings you can change, system settings. I know that there's a help help thing, Adobe Help for Neo. Alright, so we're gonna make this dark gray. Let's do, I think I want to keep this light and tone. Oh my gosh, come on. I'm adding grays so that we can... This is why I don't use live paint normally. I'm adding grays so that we can use recolor on this rather than try and figure out, so I was having too much trouble with the colors. So we're gonna go here. And this is gonna be trickier. I think we go darker on the scarf. Let's go here. All right. We're gonna add these as color groups. Convert to process. Convert to process. Is this already added, or is this another set? All right, that's fine. Bliss is helping out. Thanks, Bliss. All right, now we're gonna go to recolor. we're gonna say we want to use, let's use our first swatch group. We're just gonna change the color order until we get something that we like. Oh, is it keeping this color? Alright, hang on. Why you do this to me? Neo? Or Illustrator? Let's go. Swatch group. Alright, there we go. There we go. I didn't even think about using a purple dish. Kind of like that. Let's keep that one. I'm gonna try a couple different versions and then we can maybe do like a poll. I realize that this is maybe a bit annoying for you to look at because I have my screen set up for the challenges, which means that my interface is like very large. I really like this color palette, but it's kind of hard to work with because of there's no like real dark values to speak of. And that's cute. If we could like adjust the colors to make it work. Like adjust the contrast. You just snoozed ads. Oh, thanks. Bliss can see them and snooze them. No one else can. It's fine. This is fine, you guys. Everything's fine. You don't know why you can see that and no one else can? Because you're special, Bliss. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, I like that. I think I like the bowl being purple. I also like that. I guess I did a similar version. What are these secret ad alerts? That's what we're talking about. Like, I don't know how Bliss can see them and no one else can. I kind of like that. Alright, let's maybe play around with some of these colors. I don't think we necessarily need the colors back on here. Let's do this group. I don't want the bowl. I like the green. Let's kind of mix mix and match here. I feel like this pink needs to be slightly darker. No, this isn't gonna work unless I do something like that. I think I like this color palette. I also like the purple bowl. These would have to be lighter or really dark. Hey, unicorn. I think we are in an ad. Alright, in the meantime, I guess we could set up a poll. One. Two. And three. I think these need some work still, but... Let's do this. Start a poll. Uma, on Fridays, she's in gamer mode. It's true. Alright, so I put up a poll. We're voting on these 3 options. I think I have some contrast issues in places, but I feel like these 3 are the direction that I'm kind of leaning. We'll apply these colors basically to the base materials, but we obviously haven't picked a style yet, so that's kind of yet to come. But I feel like I don't want to keep adding a lot of elements before I do a recolor, so. 1 vote for the yellow. Oh, 4? Everybody has voted for the yellow bowl. I'm surprised. 1 vote for the green bowl. I'll let it run for a little while. In the meantime, I think I mentioned that I wanted to refine the glove, so I think we'll do that using a similar type of thing, using that kind of like hexagon shape. And then I think I'm gonna use I think we're just gonna make the hand. I'm gonna use the hand that I drew here because I like the shape of this better, and we'll use that instead of what I did in there. And then I have to redraw this. There's a lot of things, like little things I want to do, but the contrast is better on the yellow bowl. Yes, it is better on the, but we can. I don't want to. We can refine the contrast on the other ones, so I don't want to think people to be beholden to that. But I do like the green. I think the nice things, the thing I like about this is the green with the purple. I like that combo. And that does mean, of course, if we do the green and the purple for this, that the bowl itself can't. It has to be a yellow. It can't be like or it could be purple, I guess. But if we can't have it be green, right? So you are beholden to contrast. Well, I mean, yeah. It's fine. I'm not trying to sway you. I don't want people to be like, oh, I really like, 1, but I don't. It's too low contrast. You know what I mean? So, vote with your heart. You just like the yellow bowl overall. That's fair. I mean, yellow and the purple are complementary colors, so. Alright, I can, while I let that poll continue, we can start to change some of these colors around and see what they look like in Neo. I'm going to pull some of these in. We'll start with our bowl. Oh, I wanted to change the background, too. We'll change this to be white. Well, actually, we'll change the colors first. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to see it. That does not look like the right color. Do you see the color difference? There we go. I don't know what Neo is on about with that color. Alright, and then we'll do these groups. Let's make sure we got. What in the world? Why is it like keeping the prior selection. Alright, what is happening? Do I have to go in here and edit these colors individually? I certainly hope not. But that appears to be the case. Alright. Alright, Neo. I will play your game. Like the texture of the shawl. Yeah. We did some updates. It's one of those things that like, oh, now that I know how to do this, I want to change it. You know what I mean? Like one of those, like, I've learned how to control this tool better, so let's go back and fix some of the mistakes we made early on. One of those types of things. There we go. Actually grab, this is the color I want. Let's see how this looks. I don't love this. Now that I see it kind of in action. Maybe I was wrong about that. Made it brighter, maybe because of the lighting in Neo. It's possible. We can try adjusting the colors. I'm just gonna get everything kind of in here. Oh gosh, we have to go through and do each one of these. Ah, so annoying. Yep. You hear Al? Yeah, Al's doing a big yawn and stretch. He was sleeping, but now he's with us. What are you doing? Hmm? Come on. This is kind of tedious. Okay, really? There we go. Al is ready to terrorize again. Best music effect of its time? Alphonse yawn? Alright, this purple is not it. And I think I need to do it like this in order to adjust. Like, do you see the color difference here? Yikes. This doesn't even look the same. Like, did I misselect something? Why does it look so different? Did I... What is happening? This is not the same color. In fact, I will prove to you that this is not the same color. Illustrator, what are you doing? What is, this is not the same color. Like, I can see how saturated that is by comparison. Weird. This is weird. Alright, I'm gonna try this. Still really weirdly not right. I changed a little, yeah, but not as much as I want. Like, look at the difference between that. That is so much more like pink. It's very pink. I have to just manually adjust this. Let's go with that color. Let's make sure we select both of these. That's way better. That's way closer to what I had. Weird. Very weird. Could be the lighting, Split. Yeah, it could be the lighting as well. I'm just, I wouldn't expect it to be that drastic of a difference. Like, it's almost like fuchsia. Very vibrant. The other thing I'm going to do now that I've got some of these colors established is I'm going to change the background color to be white. So just in the scene settings. I showed that in the challenge, but that's what we're going to do. Even this bowl is, like, not quite the right color. Like, nothing is quite right. This also feels very this is weird too, that like groups can have colors but they don't actually mean anything. Like this has a purple to it. It doesn't change anything when I change the color. Alright, let's go in here. Can you show this to me? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna pull this a little more green. I think we're gonna go with this color instead. It's very subtly different, but slightly more green. Alright. Also this needs to be like more on the oranges. Okay, that looks closer. This puddle also needs to be this color. I know I'm gonna change these hands, but why do those look so much more different? Well, it doesn't really matter since we're gonna change them. I'm just gonna change them to a purple right now so we can kind of see how this all looks together. And decide if we like this color situation. How do we feel about that? How do I feel about seeing the colors all together? Yes, no, maybe. I feel it looks pretty good. I mean, I need to change the colors on the face and stuff. I'm gonna redo those shapes, so that'll change when I. Just because everything kind of got a bit wonky. When I placed it, 'cause it was the first. I mean, you can see it's not straight, but it was a learning experience, to say the least. We also have to do the change the color of this, which is gonna be this color, because it's gonna be like the melt. I just haven't gotten there yet, but we'll go ahead and change it. Similar to this one. Just because I liked this. And I wanted to bring it back in. The green is brighter, right? I did adjust this color. We can adjust it slightly more to be a lighter green. I guess it's slightly lighter. I tried bringing it. It still looks more in the like blues, but that again might just be the lighting. I adjusted it a little bit already. We can adjust it a little bit more. We'll pull it a little bit over in the greens. Let's go with like this color and see if this helps. How do I feel about that? I lightened it some more. One more super question. How do we change the background of the screen in Neo? That's a good question. I just did it actually, Penny. So you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna deselect the everything in the scene, so you're gonna pull up those scene settings again, and underneath environment here, you can open up this fill and just set it to be white. So that's how I did it. I haven't played with any of these other options. You could, I guess, you could add like a radial gradient if you wanted to, but for now, I just set it to white. So yeah, you didn't get it at first. It's a little bit obscure. And it's one of those things I feel like it should be by default set to white. I feel like by default the scene should be set to white and the cube should be set to, I don't know, a color, like a gray or something. I don't know, that's my opinion. I looked at Bingsu flavors and green tea looks like this color. Yeah, it's a little bit magical. I don't know what the top this is now that it's purple. You can decide. Maybe it's ube. Maybe it's green tea and ube flavor. That's what I'm gonna say anyways. I don't have a color particularly picked out for the base. Nor does this necessarily have to stay on this base. We could just make a large shape that is melted to put below this. That could be kind of fun. You can also, by the way, Penny, and I didn't show this on the stream, But if you want, everything in Neo is modifiable. So this base here, for example, which I think I just rotated slightly. Did I? I don't know if I did. This base here you can also modify. So you change the color of it, you can get rid of it, you can alter the shape, just like you can everything else. If I had something I wanted to blend with it. But also like the corners here. Where are they? You can pull these out if you wanted them to be straight instead of round. No, I really... The undo on this is so hit or miss. There we go. You can also make it larger if you wanted to. Change the color if you wanted to. So you got like other things you can do. It looks as if the cup is leaking. That's a good point. I kind of wanted it to look like it was melting slightly. Or like condensation. But maybe adding too much of it is too much. And we should not have that much. There seems to be a lot of cheese Bingsu. I wonder if it's like cream cheese. Yeah, I believe that it's like a cream cheese type of a thing. Usually when you see cheese, it's sweet and not actually savory. So, anyways, I want to go in and I want to make these gloves and make a new piece for this. I got a bunch of stuff I want to do in Illustrator, so we're gonna hop over there actually. Alright, back in Illustrator land. I don't actually think I like how this is squished, so I'm gonna actually do it in a circle. And let's move these off over here. Let's just keep this area where we make all of our pieces. So this, I think, is what I was starting to work on last week to make the gloves. So we're gonna keep that. I'm just gonna I'm gonna grab all of this and put it on another layer as well. So we're gonna call this colors, and we'll call this pieces. Why not? And I'm gonna go in here and rename this glove so I know what this was meant to be. I'm gonna name this hat. Just because I've got two parts that look the same. And I'm gonna want to make sure that I grab... I'm gonna want to recolor the face. Although I think these are using the same colors, maybe not. I'm gonna leave that for now. Okay. Let's grab another circle shape. And I'm gonna cut it off at the front. I know, I'm sorry. This is a lot to look at. Let's close the... I don't know why the character panel is even open. Nope. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of this. This is gonna be like our guide for our new loops. How did I do this? I actually had them going in the opposite of what I ended up doing. So let's do that. Let's go this way. I'm gonna go in here and modify these. Alright, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna copy this actually into our arm string. So I'm just keeping them all consistently named and organized. Sean's Discord is where Penny posted this. Alright, don't forget to post it to the DCC feedback channel as well. That's where Adobe looks at things. If people are participating or not. Alright, let's go to Sean's Discord. I'm just opening up things over here since I don't want any super secret Discords to be revealed. Why can I not find it? What channel did you post it in, Penny? Alright, there it is. Okay. Got it. Okay. Oh, look at that! It does look like a crumble cookie. You could probably use, I really like the swirl. That challenge mode on that one. You plan to add more sprinkles? I was gonna say you could probably use a radial array for that. Even though I've kind of gotten frustrated with them, I feel like in this case it would probably work to just do an array. That way you don't have to manually set all the sprinkles. Neo is exhausting. It's a lot to like. It's a learning curve. Like once you get it figured out. Oh, you know what I could show? Duh. Let's open up. I wanted to show you guys the, let's see. Let me go over here for a sec. Oh, so many windows. I wanted to show you the lid situation. So y'all probably saw the final art that I posted on Instagram. But I wanted to show you how I put together the lid. So you can see this is just a, oh, I have isometric. Let's put it to perspective. All this lid is, it's just a shoehorn. And I just reduced the corners size. So if I hide this, I'll remake it so you can see how I did this. I ran out of time to do this on stream, but we can kind of go through the process again. And then the donut is obviously just a donut larger and stuck over the back. So we'll hide both of these for the time being. And so this is what we did on stream, right? We didn't get any further than that. And for the lid, all I did was I grabbed a shoehorn shape. Let's click to make one. Which looks like this by default. And the only things I changed, I didn't do like too much stuff. First of all, I find that object snapping, having it off in this case, is useful. So up in the upper right, I just turned it off. Otherwise, if you leave that on and you start and you like manipulate this shape, it starts snapping in weird ways to the box that I didn't like. So I turned that off and then just rotate it around holding shift. So I'm rotating it so it's kind of on top of my box. And then holding shift again, I rotate so it's on the side of my box. And then you can kind of see here directionally which way I'm going to pull the side out. So if you kind of pull it over to the edge, and you pull it forward to kind of where it lines up with the back of the box, basically. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. You can then kind of pull it out, and you can pull it to the side, so that it kind of extends the full length. And then I just went into these settings here. If you pull the radius down, it's going to make this have sharper corners instead of rounder corners. So I just pulled the radius down until it was 0. So now it's got only sharp corners. I'm going to pull this out, and then I believe it's under, not width. Yes, width. Where is it? Thickness? Yeah, I pulled the thickness down. And then, is it length? Yeah, I just shortened the length up. So once you've kind of got it, you know, assembled into a box shape in general, and have it kind of placed where you want it. All you have to do then is like rotate it a little bit and move it back up into place. So and that's all that I did. Since you're not really seeing the back of the box, it's not like a huge deal, right? We're looking at it from like this perspective. So it just kind of ends up looking, you can even pull it in even more. It just kind of ends up looking like it's attached to the lid visually. So that's how you do it. If you're curious. Looks like a barn roof, yeah. And then you just obviously change the color to match. So you can grab our same paint here and make the paint. That's how I made the lid. It does obviously cast like a very large shadow. I mean, you can rotate it out a little bit more so it's less obtrusive. If you don't want as much shadow. Want it to be open a bit more. There you go. But that's it. That's how I made the lid. And then we just added the larger donut on the top. Now it looks like the tiniest, saddest donut. Well, it wasn't, we wanted the donuts to be like, it was meant to be like an interior, right? So the donut was only for getting it kind of like in to Illustrator, so we could use those pieces. But we could make a larger, I made like a big donut. And then I put the text kind of over top, like this was a sign outside. The stool was cute. Yeah, I wanted to do more with the challenge, but sadly I just kind of ran out of time. Penny says, thank you. I literally just played along. Yeah, this is an extension of the Illustrator challenge. I wanted to also show you that you could do the same stuff with the 3D effects in Illustrator. I just ran out of time. So you could also make stuff with the 3D effects if you wanted to do that. Like, we could also make donuts with that. But we ran out of time. We just didn't have enough time to get through everything. Actually, I made the text using the 3D effects in Illustrator. So, because I found, here's what I'll tell you. I was going to do the donut sign and add the donut text in Illustrator using the 3D effects because I found that using the text in Neo, when you export it back out to Illustrator, it gets really yucky. So I'll show you how I did the text really quickly in Illustrator. You know, if I had an hour to do a challenge, we could do all of this stuff, right? But we just don't have that time. But for the text, all I did was I typed out donuts. Right? There's a text. We'll make it purple. I used Filson Soft because it's my favorite font. And then what I did is I used a warp. I don't remember if I used arc or if I used arch, which do two different things. I'd have to go back and look what the art looked like. You're just gonna do that, and then for this particular, I wouldn't use the 3D materials these effects because they are raster based, and in this case we want flat vector art. So I actually use a 3D Classic extrude and bevel. And you can just pick from this drop down here, isometric, right. And then from there, I go into more options, change my lighting to be upper left, and I actually reduce the blend steps down to like a really small number. I also like to change the shading colors to a custom color. So I like to get like a nice, I think we did like a nice purple. And you can also adjust the lighting as well, so you can make this be a little bit more reliant on the highlight color, so we can bring the ambient light down a bit. And that's all I did. That's all I did to make the text, is use the 3D Classic effects. So that was the plan. We were going to do all this. We were going to show you this as well, but I ran out of time. There's not enough time to do all of it. And then you could change the extrude depth if you wanted your side to be larger or smaller. This just gives you something a little cleaner than what I was able to get with Project Neo. Project Neo made things really... It did weird things with text I wasn't a fan of, so... Did I have a punchki this week? I had several punchkis. Yes. 100%. My favorite... So we got punchkis from a local place. They had a cookies and cream one, and that was my favorite, by far. So... There you go, Penny. If you need to rewatch that 4 or 5 times to make sure you were able to follow along. And if you have any questions, you can also let me know. We're going to save this out as an SVG. Oh, hang on. Let's make sure we got the right color. You watch the challenge at half speed? Or, 3/4 speed? Yeah. Well... I've had people tell me that before, that I go too fast, so. It's fine. Why is this not? This is a color. Oh, I see. I did like 86% of a color. Let's just make this. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? For my sanity. Let's make sure we've got all of these as colors. See how this is like slightly lighter? Do we want to do it slightly lighter or do we want to do it dark? For the darker values. I think it needs to just be consistent. Just to make sure we're consistent. What color is this? Alright, it's all consistent now. Half and slower is funny. What are those? What are what? What? I missed what I said. What did I say? This is this color. Alright, we're gonna do this color. Oh, Punchki? Yeah, there you go. A Polish donut. Well, kind of. It has an interesting history. It's not really a donut. It's because the recipe is slightly different. Although it's probably the closest. It is basically a donut. It's fried dough, usually with a filling, usually with powdered sugar on the outside. But the traditional fillings are things like jam, like rose jam and stuff. But they're made with a higher percentage, like a higher quantity of fat and eggs, because they were meant to use up all the fat and eggs, all the stuff in the house before Lent. So they are a little bit richer than a typical donut. It's like it's a type of fried dough. Yeah. Will I get another one? You meant to say one for you. Yeah, there's a place literally within walking distance. I don't know how I managed to do this, you guys. I have to say, I have now lived in two places which have been I'm actually closer now to a donut place than I was before, and I was within walking distance to a donut shop. Both places I've lived now. The place right around the corner for me does punchkis year round, so you can go there and get them anytime, which is dangerous. So you snoozed ads for 5 minutes. Oh, we're getting close to the end as well. I love a fried dough Taurus. It's not a Taurus, it's a donut, and I did mention that during the challenge, if anybody paid attention. That was salty. I'm still salty about that. Import SVG. What's happening? Why can't... Y'all see this? Armstring.svg is not importable. There we go. Maybe it's still saving. Alright. Donut. Yes. We'll see if this is better. We'll see if this one's better. We do need to make it less tall. As thin as possible. We need to round all the corners. We need to inflate it just a touch. Rotate it around. I need to scale it a bit. I'm gonna hide this one momentarily. So I was able to get something that's like thinner, but now I feel like it's too thin. So we are gonna inflate it a bit more. Just a bit. I do like that better. It also leaves us the ability to move the hands in front a little bit more if we want to. It's not really meant to be attached, so. Bliss sent me the screenshot. Thanks, Bliss. Alright, I'm gonna delete these hands. Because we're gonna remake them. In a better way. Using this, and then I'm gonna grab this as well. I'm gonna grab it from here since I used live paint and it like broke it up in a weird way. Actually, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'll just remerge these. Make sure we've got the right color on everything. You're only getting banner heads today? That's good at least. That's an improvement. Come on. What are you doing here? Where's the expand window? It's like not popping up anywhere. Alright, we'll just do this hack instead. Oh, right here. Expand shape. There we go. Whatever. I don't know why it wasn't working. We were able to get it in the properties panel though. Ad starts in 10 seconds. Alright. I'm just gonna export these out in the meantime. Got about 30 seconds left in the ad, so. I will wait until this is done. And then we will assemble. I'm just imported these two pieces and I'm just gonna work on putting them back together. Essentially. You can see that obviously I need to get things scaled up, get things scaled down. We're gonna do a large inflate on this around these corners and get a nice glove shape. What are you doing? Rotate around. Okay. And I need to do a round of these out as well. I don't think I need to round them out as much, actually. Just a little bit. There we go. They look pretty good by comparison to what I had before. I'm taking a look at Illustrator. Oh, Bliss is gonna start streaming again. Yay! We'll do a shout out for Bliss. Oh, we didn't do a Penny shout out either. Let's do Penny first. And we'll do a shout out for Bliss towards the end. Bliss says, I forgot to say, I may start streaming again tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will definitely be by the following Saturday. So you thinking you're going to do Saturdays moving forward, Bliss? Oh, this needs to be smaller. Okay. It's a good thing to check, because sometimes you think you've got it correct, but you don't. So this needs to be smaller. And probably wider. There we go. That actually looks a lot better. Now that I've got this all together. To be honest with you. Than what I had before. A lot closer. Alright, we're gonna group these elements. Scale them down. We're gonna put them in place. See, this is the side we're gonna start with. I'm actually gonna keep. I'm gonna keep this group, and I'm gonna hide it. You over here in case I need it again. Right, do I have this right? Oh my gosh, every time there's a donut box behind. Okay, yes. Did Al go back to daycare yet? Al goes on Mondays to daycare, so they said Alphonse is an acceptable dog. We do accept responsibility for him. And he can come back and play. So Alphonse goes to daycare now on Mondays to play with the other dogs. And he very much enjoys. Alright, I'll worry about the getting this in position better, but for now I want to get them at least in line. It's looking good. I like the way that the thumb is on these shapes better than how I had them before. And now, of course, we need to deal with, like, this needs to be brought up and then tilted. Tilt it, bring it up. done it a little bit too much. Okay. You rented... Hold on, let me read that. You rented Lord of the Rings. But your rental just expired. Oh no! What in the world? What just happened? Okay, that just temporarily disappeared. But we brought it back, so it's fine. Everything's fine. You don't like when we lose time? Yeah, daylight savings is this weekend? Well, this is annoying and that it's not giving me quite how I want to rotate it, but that's okay. Alright, that looks good. Alright, I like the gloves much better. Whew. This means you have to start an hour later. I don't know. Well, daylight savings is overnight tonight. And it's weird because it's not like... it's one of those things that, like... It doesn't happen for everybody in the world. And also, it happens at different times. So, it's gonna happen on... It'll take effect like tomorrow during the day, but it happens overnight tonight. Yeah, yours is March 30th. Yes, so we'll have this weird couple of weeks where like we're all on a different schedule and nobody knows what's happening, so it's fine. I just like daylight savings for that reason, but it's fine. Alright, I love the gloves, I love the scarf, I do like the colors that we have going. We're coming up to the end here. We got 2 minutes left. The last sort of things that we need to focus on are I need to replace the face with the correct colors and so it's not so wonky. And then I need to make the little ice cream blob at the bottom. But I feel like that's gonna be the end of it, really, for this. And then obviously we could play with the styles and the lighting, which we haven't played much with. But that's pretty much it. That's gonna be it for today. I was hoping that we could get through all of it, and then maybe potentially adjusting this shape so it doesn't look so awkward. But otherwise, I feel like that'll be it, and that'll be our first project in Neo. So we've done it. It feels weird. It feels like almost anticlimactic to say that we've essentially finished our first Neo project with. And then that's it. And then we just move on to doing other things. And that'll be also the end of this class that I started a long time ago. So here we go. And then we can do more other things. I feel like Neo probably is better at doing more structural stuff, so less organic characters and more like probably better at doing things that are like buildings and vehicles and robots. Probably stronger than melty ice cream characters, but take it into Gen AI and generate a photo of it. I will save that for next week. So next week will be I know I said we were gonna do emojis, but I feel like next week we should just finish this out. We should see it through. So, which means finish it, fixing the face, doing the ice cream blob, deciding whether we keep this or not, and then playing with some of the styles and the lighting and everything. And we can also take a look at Gen AI now that we've got an actual like structure established. It's all kind of done. We can experiment with that and see what kind of the results end up resulting in. Castles, yeah, I've seen some cool castles that people have done on the Project Neo website. So if you scroll down, you can see community stuff. And I feel like there's at least one castle in here. Of course, now I'm not going to be able to find it. Yeah, this is kind of funny because it's kind of what we were doing this week with the Illustrator Challenge in a more elaborate way. So, like, you could do a whole room like this. And it doesn't have to be so elaborate, too. You can see here for this one, like, it's just, the stools are just cylinders, you know? I'm not seeing the castle, so maybe I'm not. Maybe it's in community. Here it is. This is the castle I was thinking of. So. Alright. Is this a... Oh, it's a hot dog stand. I was gonna say, there you go. Clever. There's a taco stand, but it's a hot dog stand. So, not quite the same. There's a little character. So. There we go! Yeah, I don't know where we go after this. We'll see. It would be like taking an ice cream and melting it? For what? I'm not sure. Alright, I'm gonna... Ooh, wow. Somebody got real fancy with this little horse jumping. Quite intense. This guy. Doodly arms. That's gonna be it. I will be back next Friday. We're gonna be doing what, the horse? When you work in Firefly. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we would just be. I'd be curious to see what it would create, but it would be more like a experiment and probably not something I would. You know. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some cool results. Oh, this is what we were trying to do last week in during Prompt Jockey with the castle. That's cool. I kind of like these, like, wonky style houses. I think there's something interesting about that, but... we'll be back next week on Friday. Let me switch screens. So, next week we'll be back here Friday. That'll be the last part of this now 5-part, going on 5-part Neo stream to finish out the project. And then after that we'll be doing emotes for Twitch, since I gotta get on that and I've got to get to sorting out these ads. It doesn't seem like those minor adjustments I made, I'm not sure if they took hold and if they made any difference. I did try to kind of get them sorted, and now at least I'm able to see them. It was a real struggle to get this ad manager to show up. It would not let me pull it into here. I had to like reopen this stream manager several times, so I don't know what the deal is there. But I do have it showing up now, and I have to figure out... Bliss, thank you for sending me those screenshots so I can show them to Corey and hopefully get them working. Don't forget to raid. Alright, well, the only person I see live right now is Fiend, so we're gonna head on over to Fiend's stream here to do the raiding. But next week, we'll be live Friday, we're finishing this up, and then I will be doing another Illustrator challenge on Tuesday. We're going to be looking at Celtic knots, using the intertwine. Let me make sure I've got this name spelled correctly here. Sometimes I have to copy and paste people's users' names because I cannot get them to load properly. And then Umacorn will be live later today. Adobe Live has a stream today, I think with Anna Davis Court later. Don't quote me on this, but I think Tim is doing something. And I'm not sure if that's on the Twitch or on the YouTube. I just know that things got moved around because Tim is supposedly doing something this morning. Okay, yes, I'm seeing today there's a stream on the Adobe Live YouTube at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. So, I don't know much about that, but yeah, you'll have to go check that out. And then, yes, Anna will be pushed back a little bit later as a result on the Twitch. So, and yeah, we'll be doing, so first up, Adobe Live on YouTube and Behance. Then Anna on the Adobe Live Twitch, and then Umacorn later in the day. So that's your Friday schedule. But I'll be back on Friday. I'll be back Tuesday doing the challenge. We'll be doing Celtic Knots for St. Patrick's Day. But that's all I can tell you for now. All right, let's do a raid. We'll raid Fiend. Feel free to join, see what he's up to. That's all I got. I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week, hopefully. Oh, I wanted to do a shout out to Bliss. But I have, like, this, always gives me, like, this weird, you are limited in terms of, it gives you a timeout that you can't do a shout out. You have to wait a certain number of seconds, so. There we go. I'm gonna hop out now. Happy weekend! Yes, thanks, Clever. I don't know how you're doing these little highlighted messages. Y'all are so much better at Twitch than me. Alright, let's hop on over to Fiend Stream, and I will see you all later. Bye, everyone!